Indian Constitution, Constitution of India GK, Indian Polity. Friends, in this video, you'll find a number of question and answers regarding the Indian Constitution. These are important and selected questions which you may face in all competitive examinations. Question number 1. When was the Constitution of India adopted by the Constituent Assembly of India? 26th November 1949. In which language was the Indian Constitution written? English and Hindi. Who is the father of the Indian Constitution? B.R. Ambedkar. When did the Constitution of India become effective? 26 January 1950. When does India celebrate its Constitution? 26th January. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee? B.R. Ambedkar. How many branches are in the Indian Constitution? 3 branches. Name the branches of the Indian Constitution. Executive, Legislature, Judiciary. How many members were appointed to the drafting committee by B.R. Ambedkar? 6 members. Which act was replaced by the Constitution of India? Government of India Act 1935. What is the celebration of the Indian Constitution called? Republic Day. Which article describes the President of India as the head of the executive branch? Article 53. Which resolution became the preamble of the Constitution? Objective resolution. Who appoints the governor of the state in India? The President of India. When was the words secular and socialist added in the Indian Constitution? 1976. How many articles were there when the Constitution of India came into force? 395 articles. How many chambers are there in the Indian Constitution? 2. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Which article permits the President of India to dismiss the state government? Article 356. What is the title of the Indian Constitution known in Sanskrit? Bharatiya Samvidhana. Who appoints the Vice President of India? The Electoral College of India. What is the full form of CRPC? Criminal Procedure Code. Who has the power to declare national emergency? The President of India. Which schedule contains forms of oath and affirmations? Third schedule. Under judiciary, how many courts are there? 3. Supreme Court, High Courts and District Courts. Which article of the Indian Constitution defines the Panchayat Raj? Article 243. How many members can the President of India nominate to the Rajya Sabha? 12. Which house is known as the House of the People? Lok Sabha. Who is the leader of the lower house of the Parliament? Prime Minister of India. What does the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution deal with? Official languages. Where was the Constitution of India published? Dehradun. How many countries' constitution was studied by B.R. Ambedkar before making the Indian Constitution? 60 countries. How many schedules does the Indian Constitution have? 12 schedules. How many members signed the Constitution of India when it was adopted? 284 members. Who was the first Deputy Prime Minister of India? Vallabhbhai Patel. When was the 104th Amendment of the Constitution of India updated? 25th January 2020. How many fundamental duties are provided by the Constitution of India? 11. When was the first Citizenship Act passed by the Parliament? 1955. Which article describes the Prime Minister of India as the head of the Council of Ministers? Article 74. Before independence of India, Dadra and Nagar Haveli were under whose administrative control? The Portuguese. Who is the only Indian to become the Governor General before the title was abolished? C. Rajagopalachari. How many times a person can become President of India? No limit, according to Article 57. From which country was the concept of single citizenship influenced? United Kingdom. Who will discharge the duties of the President when the offices of President and Vice President happen to be vacant? Chief Justice of India. When was the Indian Independence Act passed by the British? 5th July 1947. When is the Constitution Day of India celebrated every year? 26th November. Who was the first Speaker of the Lok Sabha? G.V. Mavlankar. What is the term of members of Rajya Sabha? 6 years. When did the Constitution Assembly form in accordance with the French practice? 6 December 1946. Which article is related to the Right to Information Act? Article 19. What is Article 17 related to? Untouchability. When was the Indian national flag adopted? 22nd July 1947. Which article is related to equality before law? Article 14. Which article is for the protection of interest of the minorities? Article 29. Which part of the Indian Constitution contains the articles about fundamental rights? Part 3. Who was elected as the permanent president of the Constituent Assembly? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. When did the right to education come into effect? 1st April 2010. What is the maximum number of members in a legislative assembly of a state in India? 500. What is the 10th schedule? Anti-Defection Act. Who presented the objective resolution of the Indian Constitution? Jawaharlal Nehru. Which plan had the scheme to transfer power to the Indians and partition of India? Mountbatten Plan. When was the Indian Ministry of Human Resource Development founded? 26 September 1985. How many standing committee of members of parliament are there? 3. Which part of the Indian Constitution contains the articles about union territories? Part 8. Which is the largest committee in the Indian Parliament? Estimates Committee. Who was the first Chief Election Commissioner of India? Sukumar Sen. How many Indian states have both the houses of parliament? 6. The list of states are Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh. Where is the original constitution preserved? New Delhi. Who was the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India? H.J. Kania. Which court has the highest jurisdiction? Guwahati High Court. 53rd Amendment of the Indian Constitution 1986 meant full statehood for which state? Mizoram. How many schedules were there when the Constitution of India came into force? 8 schedules. Which article gives special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir? Article 370. How many types of writs are in the Indian Constitution? 5 types. The 5 types of writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, prohibition, quo warranto. Which constitution concept was taken from Ireland? Directive principles of state policy. How many articles were written on the Constitution when it came into effect? 395 articles. Which act granted statehood to Arunachal Pradesh? Constitution Act 1987. What is the full form of NRCWC? National Commission to Review the Working of the Constitution. Who had the longest tenure as the Speaker of Lok Sabha? Sumitra Mahajan. Which country has no written constitution? Saudi Arabia. Who became the first Indian judge in the International Court of Justice? Benegal Narsingh Rao. From which country was the idea of concurrent list in the Indian Constitution borrowed? Australia. Which schedule describes the provisions made for the administration of tribal areas in the 4 northeastern states? The 6th schedule. Which High Court was established on 1st January 2019? Telangana High Court. What does schedules list in the Indian Constitution categorize? Bureaucratic activity and government policy. As per Article 336, which community gets special provisions for central services? Anglo-Indian. Name the Prime Minister of India when the Panchayati Raj and urban self-governing institutions were accorded a constitutional status. P.V. Narasimha Rao. From which country was the judicial review adopted by the Constitution of India? United States. Which right was not taken from the British Constitution in the Indian Constitution? Fundamental rights. The 6th schedule of the Constitution of India does not provide administration for which state? Manipur. How many sessions were held by the Assembly before adopting the Constitution of India? 11 sessions. What is the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution of India called? Mini Constitution. Who is the chairman of the National Water Resources Council? The Prime Minister of India. Which constitutional article was established for the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes? Article 338. What is the minimum age to become a member of the Gram Sabha? 18 years. When is National Law Day celebrated in India? 26th November. When did the Constitution of Pakistan become effective? 14th August 1973. When was Jammu and Kashmir declared as Union Territory? 31st October 2019. Which schedule describes scheduled areas and scheduled tribes? The 5th schedule. Which position does Narendra Modi hold as a Prime Minister? 14th. Which Indian state has both the houses of parliament? Maharashtra. We have come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video and you have learnt many things. If you want a video on a particular subject, please let me know through your comments. And I will definitely try to make a video on that subject as soon as possible. Please watch my other videos to increase your knowledge. Knowledge is power. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. Bye-bye. See you. Take care.